Distinguished humans of the scientific day drinking community, thank you for inviting me to speak at this most esteemed symposium of old fashions and Pabst Blue Ribbons. It is indeed an honor to be among such learned and experienced humans with still the spark of curiosity and wonder, childlike, but with the capacity to get a little spicy after a couple 2-3 shots of 4 Roses before 5 p.m. I am humbled and I am privileged to be given the opportunity to address you higher mammals as an avian that is currently high, yet still able to discern concerning details that I have to bring forward to you all today. But like first, maybe a toast to you, to us, raise your fucking drinks, to science! I don't mean to say that a toast is the only moment I've set aside for you to imbibe some choice IPAs and lagers. Don't wait on me to offer another reason. Just go for it. Tip it back. Get another. Feel no shame or guilt. Your money is good here. Please tip your bar staff. What I am saying is, bottoms up, here's to beers, mud in your eyes, sláinte prost, and kampai, because you're gonna want to keep drinking as you allow me to present my findings on your latest findings on Ötzi the Iceman. You guys don't know who that is? Okay, oh, thank you. You know who that is. Cool. If you will indulge me, please, allow me some dramatic and flowery language, because it's going to get real fucking weird. Atop the great and mighty Austrian-Italian border of the Ötzi Alps, whilst traversing the frozen glacial ridge of the Finalspitze near Simmelon in the Schnalskum group, mere steps for the Tizenjok Pass, a discovery was made, thank you, a discovery was made that changed a lot of what you know about your history, humans. I'm just saying, I don't care if you're already bored. This shit is not for the birds. We were not involved. This one is all for you. September 9th, 1991. Helmut and Erica Simon saw something kind of beef jerky-like on the ground while they were hiking in the mountain, sticking up out of an ice patch like someone dropped a giant chicken wing on the ground, a metaphor that gives me no pleasure in saying. As they approached, they realized, oh, fuck, that's a human body. Just like tacked in the ice like a tent peg, looking like it froze, kicking its legs, lounging mid-hot tub. They informed the Austrian and Italian authorities, because like I was saying, it was on the border. I hope you're taking notes. And if you're not, you should be 3 shots in and forgetting what I'm talking about. And if you are, must be nice. Believed to be another hiker accidentally took a header and died there. The authorities brought in a crew to investigate, and they found some old birch containers and leather clothes stuck in there along with an axe. Super cool, nothing freaky here. And figured this did not just happen. This one froze a long time ago. Now, like a popcorn kernel from betwixt the teeth of the mountain, you know how long that takes, the weird old jerky carcass was finally removed with a damaged hip from the drill they used to get him out and a broken arm after getting stuffed in its travel coffin on September 23rd. And a ponst getting decracked with the handling care of a Three Stooges routine from its comfy spot in a gully 10,000 feet above sea level. It was discovered the corpsicle had tattoos, rope shoes, a belt, a bow, a dagger, a loincloth, and a bearskin cap, and a grass mat. So it was no mere hiker, it was a fucking mummy. Instead of calling the monster squad, the human scientists then put the mummy in a simulated glacial condition, because like that pork chop's been in the freezer a bit. It's gonna thaw fast, but not good. And started studying. Turns out the mummy found in the Ötzi Alps was over 5,000 years old, becoming Europe's oldest known natural human mummy with the oldest tattoos ever discovered. Except you know him now after his nickname, Özti the Iceman. Ötzi was a star with the poking and prodding community as they attempted to learn more about humans from 5,000 years ago and what they were into, what they ate, their hopes, their dreams. Turns out it was mostly, fuck, I'm cold and hungry. But that is not how Ötzi the Iceman died. 10 years after he was popped out of the ice like an ancient frozen Olympia beer from the bottom of your grandpa's cooler, it was discovered that he was shot in the back with an arrow, making this mummy a 5,000-year-old crime scene. Super mellow, no big deal. Keep playing with it, see what happens. Not satisfied with the amount of fiddling with an ancient mummy that died pissed off in the mountains, scientists started studying his guts. And recently, researchers have conducted, quote, the most comprehensive analysis to date of the microbial landscape of Ötzi's mummy, detailing bacteria, fungi, and yeasts across multiple tissue sites. Digging in the ancient intestines, they found gut bacteria, cold-adapted microbes from where he's been chilling, literally, for a few thousand years, and modern microbes from the 30 years scientists have been handling his guts. May we all have the honor of having scientists dig through our buttholes 5,000 years after we die. Teach the kids a thing or two. And what the scientists from the totally actually named Institute for Mummy Studies were able to find is that the goo in his insides was still good. Good enough, anyway, to make sourdough bread. Microbiologist Mohammed Saran published, quote, eventually we obtained a completely normal dough that rose within 24 hours. Basically just like with ordinary yeast. We made some really good dough with it. And by it, he means yeast he jacked from a mummy's guts. Which is why I have asked you to drink copiously whilst I present my findings on your recent findings on Özti the Iceman, because I want to make sure you're socially lubed up enough to hear me when I ask you humans, is now really the best time to be baking bread made out of mummies? They're not stopping there. Scientists are discussing the potential of brewing beer with the haunted pre-farted yeast from a 5,000-year-old mummy with experts from the Weinstoffen breweries. So drink up, humans. At least you know the beer you got right now doesn't have vengeful post-murder ghosts in it just yet. I mean, scientifically, obviously, it's fascinating that there is a microscopic environment of past and present gut microbes, some of which scientists recently found have the capacity to break down newly introduced chemicals used in preservation, meaning that the 5,000-year-old yeast can actually utilize modern microbes introduced during their earlier conservation, which means these old-ass tiny gutganisms dig modern snacks, which is fascinating. But I, for one, want to ask the real question we should be asking science: why the fuck are you feeding it? These are ancient microbes fueled with the primal rage of 50 centuries. And you're like, sup, man, you want a flaming hot Cheeto? Nah, miss me on that, man. But what do I know? I'm a fucking bird, just living like a living dinosaur, man. Couple 2-tree eons might have figured some shit out, but whatever. Please, by all means, thaw out the pissed off mummy and feed it haunted gut bugs. What could go wrong? Those dudes from The Thing turned out fine. Nothing but a fun weekend in the mountains with Wilford Brimley. Just good times and high fives. Till your fucking high five melts together and suddenly you got 9 hands and a dog growing out of your dick. God damn it! His Majesty John Carpenter did not spend 12 weeks of principal photography for you to go defrosting mummy shits and poke the fuck around. Now you're making pastries out of it. What's that gonna tell you? What humans ate? You know what they ate. You're a human. You eat human shit all the time. Just ask someone older than you, hey, Pappy, you figure you'd eat grass if you didn't have an Aldi nearby? I reckon he would. There, I just did your research for you. I didn't even have to ferment some ghost yeast to figure it out. I'm out here walking curse-free, just breathing the breezy air without a care in the fucking world that I might have baked and eaten some mummy loaf on purpose. You have a 5,000-year-old human, frozen Demolition style. Demolition Man. You guys remember that movie? Yeah, okay. Frozen Demolition Man style. Remembering that one time he was murdered in the mountains and you're just gonna make toast out of him? What's next? I can get a mummy add-on at Jimmy John's. Hey, man, I feel like the sandwich is too mellow. Can I add 50 centuries of the baned memory of a murder to the bread? Toasted? Fuck yeah, of course. I'm not crazy. If anything, I'm learning that there's no fucking way I'm having a sandwich at the Institute for Mummy Studies anytime soon. I don't want a goddamn Scooby-Doo ghost in my colon. I got enough going on in there. And it's bad enough when it comes out. I don't need it looking like a twisted scream of vengeance. That's why I stopped going to Taco Bell. In conclusion, distinguished drinkers of not yet mummy beer, I am amazed that you humans managed to make finding a 5,000-year-old dead body while hiking that turned out to be the oldest cold case file in your human history so far the yeast of your problems. I love you. Good night.